There was a time in my life when I couldn't afford to buy books, so I had to go to friends' houses to borrow books. Yung iba naging kaibigan ko pang habang buhay, yung iba galit sa akin dahil hindi ako nagsauli ng mga libro. Hindi ko na ho alam kung nasaan. So, because this is morning, I'd like to borrow my first words, not my first words, so this is some of my first words from the great poetess Maya Angelou. Every time she spoke, she said, I come as one, I stand as 10,000. Today, I am my ancestors. I am the stories of my parents and their parents and their grandparents. And I am all the books that I have read and yet to read in this lifetime and beyond. And Sandra, if there is a national bookstore in the beyond, I shall continue to enjoy that different smell of books, the pungent smell of books, and relish the experience of caressing the pages, like a lover who surrenders but who remains dangerous, brother. Some of my best friends are books. I sleep with some of them. They're the only ones my partner Bong allows me to sleep with. Others give me nothing but misery. They cause me pain, some make me cry, many make me still. Some of my most spirited and insightful conversations are with books. Reading is conversing for me. It is listening, it is talking back. It is giving, it is getting, it is teaching, it is learning. I write notes on my books. Ayaw yan ng aking mga guro, ng ating mga guro. I write when I agree or disagree. I encircle words I don't understand. I mark lines that hit me straight in the face. I shade others that sway my thinking. I do marginal notes when I dissent or assent to what is written. I love spending time with books. Narito po ang ilang mga libro which affected me in ways that changed the way I think, even the way I live. Una po, katatapos ko pa lamang po matapos yung librong Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Acting, dahil ako'y isang talent manager po. But we're afraid to ask. This is written by West End producer. Every time I have artists I manage who come to me ranting and whining about not having enough sleep, I go to this book. Sabi niya, actors after 3-day shows, when they have no voice and their bodies are weak and they feel death, he says, darlings, remember, you're living the dream. Stop complaining. There's another book na binabalik-balikan ko ho talaga, Woman on the Edge of Time by Marge Piercy. Binigay po ito sa akin ng presidente ng Philippine Women's University, si Kiko Benitez. This is a book that continues to provoke. Binabalik-balikan ko siya dahil napapaisip po ako sa aking buhay about my future, the future I want or the future I fear, and the choices I make. Dito sa librong ito naintindihan ko na yung utopia, yung mundo na create na ginagawa ho natin sa ating mga isipan, is born out of our want or our desire for a better world. May isang libro na parating nasa bedside table ko. Ito yung Powerful Prayers ni Larry King. Naging interesado po ako dito sa librong ito dahil in one of his interviews many years ago, I discovered that he was an agnostic. And then for a man like Larry King to interview over 200 people and ask them how it is to go to heaven, seduced me to reading this book. Pero anong ginawa ng librong ito sa akin? I learned that I got where I am today because nanay, tatay, and so many people fervently prayed for me. Meron din isang libro na hindi ko hinihiwalayan. The Words and Inspiration of Martin Luther King. It's a book called Dream. Binigay po ito sa akin ng aking kaibigan. Dito ko nalaman yung mga kasabihang pamoso ni Martin Luther King. Hate begets hate. Violence begets violence. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude. Love is the only force that can transform an enemy into a friend. Ang sarap isipin po yung kanyang mga sinasabi. At dito ko po na-discover yung mga mga kwento sa likod ng entablado noong March of 1963, that great march in Washington, na ilang beses pala ho na-postpone. I didn't know the backstory that the main organizer of that march was an LGBT person. Hindi pala matuloy-tuloy dahil tinatakot si Martin Luther King na ibubulgar sa mga tao na siya'y may relasyon doon sa mamang yon. Forgot his name, but this is historically recorded. And I also realized that I Have a Dream, the speech, which is considered by many as the best speech, was not delivered in its original form. In the middle of the speech, naroon po yung si Mahalia Jackson, one of the best soul singers we have in the world. In the middle of the speech, she actually gently prodded by shouting to Martin Luther King, "Tell them about the dream." So, nilagay na, isinantabi niya ang kanyang speech, and he began to deliver that famous speech, "I Have a Dream." The next book is Giving by Bill Clinton. Napaka-interesante po ito sa akin dahil dumating sa aking buhay yung konsepto ng pag-share, yung fulfilling the promise of my soul, which is to serve others. Gustong-gusto ko pag sinasabi niya na, pag sinasabi ako, ikaw ba boy, tatakbo kang sa politika sa Eastern Samar. Maraming beses nang pinag-usapan, people would talk about me getting into politics, running for governor or barangay captain. I would always say no, it is not in my heart. But in this book, he discusses public service not requiring public office. And he also talks about our common humanity being more important than our interesting differences. Some 4 years ago, ako'y nagkasakit ho for the first time. I was brought to the hospital, August 8. Hindi ko malilimutan, with a 43-degree fever. Nandito po ang aking doktor, Dr. Dennis mo. Ako'y takot na takot dahil ako'y sanay na pag ako'y nilalagnat, dahon lamang at iniinom ko lamang ay kung ano-anong tinitimplang aking ina, ay okay na ako. For the first time, I stayed in the hospital for like 18 days. It was scary. It was not a life-threatening ailment, but it was scary because there were moments in my life in the hospital na ako lamang ang aking Diyos at pain. So it was a life-changing experience. Also during this time, a friend of mine sent me the book of Ariana Huffington, Thrive. Dito natutunan ko at ipinalala sa akin ni kaibigang Ariana that don't just live, thrive. And then she spoke about tending to oneself. You have to stop at a certain point because you're not invincible. You have to tend to yourself. You have to know how to relax. You have to go to the garden. You have to spray perfume. You have to go to the beach. You have to do something that you don't usually do. You have to distract yourself. You have to rest. And then, because I am a marketing, I'm a marketing professional. I'm a brand professional. I don't want to say expert because I'm not. I enjoy this book, The Blue Ocean Strategy. I got this from the National Bookstore. Dahil I am in an extremely competitive business. This is written by W. Chan Kim, and simple lamang ang sinasabi, pag medyo sobra ng masikip ang iyong mundo, create your blue ocean strategy and make everybody irrelevant. So gusto ko po yun. And then there's The Great Political Theorist, edited by Michael Curtis. This was required reading for my doctoral studies. To this day, I continue to grapple with this book, trying to understand, with my limited mind, the social contract, the metaphysics of morals, socialism, positivism, and Paine's concept of the right of the living. Importante ho sa akin ito dahil may isang quote na bumabalik at bumabalik sa aking isipan tuwing ako'y nagbabasa ng dyaryo pag umaga. And I quote, "The vanity and presumption of governing beyond the grave is the most ridiculous and insolent of all tyrannies." End of quote. Sabi rin niya, every age and generation must be free to act for itself in all cases, as the ages and generations that preceded it. A couple of weeks ago, I got another gift from another friend. He gave me the book, The Daily Stoic, by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. Simple lamang, akala ko kasi yung Stoic is the Stoic that we know. Hindi ko alam na with humility na ang Stoicism ay isang filosofiya that asserts that virtue is happiness and it is our perceptions of things rather than the things themselves that cause most of our troubles. Binabasa ko paulit-ulit ang librong ito. Isa sa aking mga libro na hindi ko talagang mahiwalayan ay isa sa pinakaklaro at pinakamadaling maunawaan, the easiest to understand among the Confucian books. Ito po yung kay Yudan, Confucius from the Heart. Dito po, binabalikan ko yung kwento ni Zigong, ang kanyang estudyante, na nagtanong kay Confucius at sinasabi niya, if there's only one word sa buhay, if there's only one word, one thing that can guide me until the end of my days and always derive from it. Sabi niya, teacher, what is it? Sabi ni Confucius, shu. S-H-U, that translates to forbearance. Nang ibig sabihin ay, do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Essentially, it's the golden rule. Kaya ngayong umaga, sabi ko, I will not impose my trench coat, my denim trench coat on anyone. Kasi mainit. May isang libro rin na mahal ko po. Para kay B, ni Ricky Lee. Lalo na kung pinag-uusapan yung quota sa pag-ibig. Binabalik-balikan ko po ang nobelang ito na parang best friend. Dahil I can be myself in the company of this book. Tawa lang po ako ng tawa kasi tungkol sa kabaliwan ng pag-ibig. Lahat naman yata nababaliw pag umiibig. Kinilig na mangha na antig po ako sa mga librong Puppy Love, Ermita, Viajero, ng dakilang manunulat na si Manong Franco, si F. Chenil Jose. I fell in love with Puppy Love many years ago. 2000 and I can't remember the year. But tuwing ako'y nakakaisip at ng pagmamahal sa stage po ng Puppy Love, I go back to his short story. I know why the caged bird sings. Started my love affair with the great Maya Angelou. Pagpakiramdam ko po, ako'y naaapi. I take refuge in her poetry. Gustong-gusto ko po sinasabi yung kanyang poem. Pag feeling ko ako'y nagsisenti at ako'y talunan. You can shoot me with your words. You can cut me with your eyes. You can kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I'll rise. Nandito po ako ngayong araw because I am in search for more friends. Ako'y iikot at maghahanap po ako ng mga kaibigan ko. At sana ay mahanap niyo po yung aking libro. It's like this. It's available in national bookstores and power books. Maraming salamat, Sandra. Dahil po sa mga librong ito, lalo na sa mga bata, I think I have become a better version of myself. I think I have become a better person. Yun ang aking maikling kwento tungkol sa mga karanasan sa aking pakikipagkaibigan sa mga libro. So don't be afraid to sleep with them. Mga kaibigan, muli maraming salamat at sana'y every year tayo'y kita-kita at congratulations to the organizers of the Manila International Book Fair. At sa inyong lahat, may the force of the printed word be in your favor. Thank you.